Hello, everybody. I am James Earl Jones, filling in for Steve Dolchek tonight on Engine Masters. We will be looking into the horsepower output of a 4.0 liter high output Jeep 6-cylinder engine, straight six. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, Give me a second, folks. Hey, everybody, it's Rob from Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Sorry we had you off on the wrong footing there. We got off. James, he got a little anxious there. Because, he likes to do voiceover work. Oh, boy. Anyways, everybody, hi. It's Rob, me, Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Friday night for you folks. For Friday night for my wife, Pamela. But it might as well be Monday for me because I got to work this weekend. So that sucks. And I'm burnt out. I'm tired. Anyhow.
You know what your hands are reminding me of?
What?
The Muppets, the Swedish
Oh, yeah, the
chef.
Swedish chef. I like to toss the salad. Oh. La 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 la. Very good. Hey, everybody, guess who that is there?
Hi, everyone.
Do you know that voice? That's my wonderful, beautiful wife, Pamela. Hey, baby.
Hey.
I could do a better James Earl Jones, though. You want me to keep trying? Luke. No. Lukenbach, Texas, with Waylon, Willie, and the boys. The successful life they're living got 'em feuding like the Skywalkers and Kenobi McCoys. Anyhow, people, I got 3 eBay things in the mail today. Plus, I got my handy dandy. I know you guys have been waiting for this and excited to hear the news. You've been wanting to know what was going to happen since 2 of you watched that video about a week ago, and I was talking about needing to order some brown shoes, steel-toed shoes that were kind of like skater shoes. Well, I found some like Sketcher looking ones, like the slip-ons without shoelaces, because I guess I'm getting old. I need shoelaceless shoes before I move up to Velcro. But anyways, I wanted some brown low like skater shoes, steel-toed though. But I didn't want to spend my annual amount that I get for steel-toe shoes just on those that I can wear when I'm wearing shorts. Like today, it was like in the mid 80s here, right? It just came out of nowhere. It was hot. And so ordered some yesterday. While I was at the Mojo Break Shop waiting for them to open. Got there about 10 minutes before 11 before they opened, so I ordered them through my phone. And zip, bang, zoom, they were here today. Wonderful wife picked them up and got those. But I couldn't wait to do the break on those for you people. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll, if anyone's interested, I could show you my shoes before they get all stinky.
Yeah.
But I'm also running out of time for wearing these kind of shoes because shorts weather is passing us by. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Drink. But we got these 3 eBays today. I'm going to do these. Got some Allen and Ginter over there. Probably not going to mix it in with this. See what happens. Anyhow, a little tired. Anyway, I need a drink, so that's why I said that. Excuse moi. So, let's see what we got today, folks. This will help me unwind a little bit. All right, let's do this brown one first. Although, I wonder what this is. Oh, I need my dandy glasses. As you can see, they're not safety glasses because we are not working on the 4.0 inline 6 Jeep Cherokee engine. One of the best engines ever made. Alright, so Lockport, Illinois. I know somebody from Illinois. Real Cubs fan.
You.
Oh, you're right. Alright, folks. I think I only pre-opened one of them. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Do you want to open any of this stuff, Boo?
No, I want to get some ice cream.
Oh, ice cream tonight. She's been a good girl. She's going to have her ice cream. Oh, does this come with another thank you card? Alright, folks. What the heck's going on with this thing? So there you go. There's an envelope. Recycled from an old paper sack. Hey, that's George Strait. Baby, run, run. If you can't find a suitcase, find an old paper sack, and then take a Chevy. Alright. Any George Strait fans out there? Alright, we got a piece of cardboard. Oh, we got a couple mini cards here. So back to Allen and Ginter, and this is for watching my show. And they wrote me a nice little letter here in invisible ink. And a nice thank you to all you folks for watching. That kind of looks like my comment section. Alright. So let's see, what do we get here, everybody? Oh yeah, I remember these. I was like, well, I hadn't pulled any of these, so let's go ahead and let's get this here a little zoomed in. It's the Living in Estado Dorado commercial. I just missed it. Dang, I was gonna put it up there for you guys. Alright, well, these it wasn't my favorite insert set or my least favorite insert set. It was just kind of there, and I got a bunch of them, but there was a couple in there that I was like, oh, I'd like to have that, and I can get to that in a minute. These two are two things that I don't know, maybe I should. We just got done watching Jeopardy. That was interesting. Guy who won was a little annoying, a little obnoxious, but since we're just getting past the quiz show with old Wheel of Fortune on in the background here, maybe my wife's in the mood for being quizzed.
Nope.
Well, so this one, I guess I'll do this first. So this insert is the World of Wonder. And what is this? The Acropolis of Athens. So I wonder if my wife can say why I would like this card.
Because it's Greek.
Right. And that is correct, because I like Greek mythology and architecture. But what is the Acropolis? This is the temple to a certain somebody.
Athena?
Yes. So Athena being my favorite Greek goddess, and Temple of Athena is on the Acropolis in Athens, which of course Athens is named after Athena. If you know the story about how Athens got its name and everything, it's a competition between her and Poseidon for who the people of the city were going to honor. And he took his trident and smashed it into the ground and created a spring of water, but it was seawater. And then she gave them the olive tree. And so, of course, they like the olive better than the seawater. And so in the story, that's why Athens was named after Athena. And they built the temple to her on the Acropolis, but it's all beat up because I think World War I or II, one of these wars, I don't know which war, but either they were storing, other than the fact that it's like 3,500 years old, they were storing weapons or ammunition in there, and one of the enemies blew it up. And so they're piecing it back together right now, like Legos, little bit by little bit. But I love Greek mythology and all that stuff, and Athena, so when I seen this on the checklist, I was like, oh yeah, I hadn't pulled this, so I need to get this card. So that's gonna go in my set. Let's see what it has to say. The World of Wonder, wow, number 8. So it looks like a focus is working today pretty good. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. Located on a rocky outcrop above the city of Athens, the Acropolis of Athens contains the remains of several ancient buildings of great architecture and historical significance, including the Erechtheion, the Propylaea, and most famously the Parthenon. So that is a picture of the Parthenon, temple to Athena. Her giant statue was in here. They have a recreation of it in Nashville, Tennessee, which I'd love to see sometime, like full size. And so they are piecing it back together. I'm pretty sure some of this statuary that was, what's it called, along the top here, it might be in the British Museum. And they are piecing this back together, the marble, trying to use what marble they could. And then they're getting marble from the original place where the marble came from, or they believe the marble came from. And they're putting it back together. And the cool thing about this is, if you're not too familiar with Greek architecture, because the Greeks like perfection, if you were to do this building, like today, if you were just some random person like me or you that's not an architect or an engineer or something, if you just said, oh, I'm going to need to get like 20 pillars all at like 30 feet high each, when you stood back and looked at this building, it would look arched. It would look like bowed. It would be strange, and it wouldn't look right to the eye. So the Greeks knew about this, and as smart as they were with the limited technology they have, they are the people that came up with the idea that some of the stuff on the corners and each one of these pillars has to be a different size, so that from a distance everything looks perfectly straight. And that means down the sides, along the back, even the way this is. So if you were to go up and measure it, it would be like imperfect, but when you look at it, it is perfect because of the optical illusion that they made adjustments for. And that's one of the great things about Greek architecture. And yeah, beautiful. So that's cool for me. Maybe I could put this next to my Athena card in the binder. And so yeah, that's kind of stuff I like, being an anthropology student and all that. This kind of stuff I like in history and all that. Favorite books are the Odyssey and the Iliad. And there you go. That's cool. Now this should be a softball for her. So, the World of Wonder. Wonder if she could see that from there. Maybe she can do the reveal for you.
Me?
Yeah.
It's a softball?
No, softball meaning I'm tossing you a softball. This is an easy one. You should be able to hit this easily. Understand why this one's cool.
Carlsbad Caverns? Because it's... I don't know.
Where are we from?
New Mexico.
Where's Carlsbad Caverns?
New Mexico.
Yeah. I thought it would be easy for people We're from New Mexico. They have a card about New Mexico in this set, and she's like, what? Oh my God. Is this what you were just talking about?
Yeah.
So, anyways, Carlsbad National Park, USA. That's in New Mexico, down in the southeast corner of the state. I've only been to Carlsbad National Park once, when I was perhaps 5th or 6th grade, somewhere around there. We went to White Sands. Then we went to visit my cousin. They lived in Carlsbad. And we stayed in a really cool, I think, in White City or something like that, hotel. I don't remember driving in there in the station wagon. We got there like in the middle of the night. And of course, the hotel was closed, but the cop was sitting there at the gas station. And when we pulled in, he was like, "Oh, what are you guys trying to do? Come to this hotel?" And we were like, "Yeah," or at least my dad. He's like, "Oh, I can go check you in." So the cop was the one that was like, he was just sitting there waiting for people to run that red light or something. But if somebody pulled into that hotel, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of it." So that was interesting. But it had a super cool pool. It was like we were kids, and they had a super cool pool, and it had like a zip line or something that you would zip down the thing and then fall into the water. And then when we went seeing our cousins, they had like a little play area on the river there. I don't know what river it is. And Carlsbad, and you'd go in there and swimming, and they had like monkey bars out in the water or something like that. It was cool. So we had a really good time. And then Carlsbad National Cavern, the huge caves with they have walkways and sidewalks all through there, and then you walk through these different giant rooms, and it was super cool. It was really fun. So if you're ever in Southwest Texas, or somewhere around El Paso, Las Cruces, or I don't know, like Lubbock, Texas, and what else is down there? Lubbock, and where's Texas Tech? Anyways, if you're in that part of the country, yeah, Carlsbad Caverns is wonderful to go check out. You probably only need one day for this, and then you can go up to like White Sands Missile Range or White Sands and see that monument. Yeah, and while you're in between there, you could go check out Roswell. About the whole alien crash and all that.
I've never been.
Roswell's just a little town that's got that little thing going on, about the whole UFO crash. Otherwise it's kind of a boring little town. I wouldn't say like going there for more than like half a day or something. But nevertheless, let's see what they have to say about Carlsbad National Park. All right, this national park, more than 120 limestone caves are outstanding not only for their size but also for the beauty and the mineral formations. Carlsbad Show Cave, its main attraction, is accessible via hike through the natural entrance or by elevator. So it's super cool. It's a shame it doesn't say New Mexico anywhere on there. But nevertheless, that's where it is. And plus, I think at like dusk is like they have a lookout place where you can watch all the bats leaving the cave, and we're talking like millions of the bats leaving the cave. And I've never heard of anyone getting sick from these bats, but obviously don't touch bats or don't mess with them because they have like a hyper immune system where they carry a lot of disease, but they have a hyper immune system that's always fighting stuff. So they can handle like the germs and stuff that they pick up, but people can't, and that's where we get stuff like the endemic we're going through here, or like Ebola and stuff like that. So yeah, don't mess with bats, but it's cool to see. Anyway, so that's a neat one. I thought she would get that for sure, why I would like that card, but
That's why I don't like to be quizzed.
because I like New Mexico things.
Yeah, but I'm always trying to think that you're have some other agenda that I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I always got another agenda, people. I'm sorry, honey. Thank you for playing.
And
You get a year's supply of rice-a-roni. The San Francisco treat. All right, honey, which one should I open next?
The white one.
The white one? Do you want to open this one?
No, I want you to.
Oh, honey, here, let's get this on video. Never mind.
Okay, what on video?
You. All right, folks, let's see what we got here. This one is, sorry, I'm carrying on, Longmont, Colorado. Our neighbors to the north when we were neighbors to the south, but not anymore. I guess there are neighbors to the far east. Yeah, it's a good family trip, Carlsbad National Caverns. You know, like if you got a long weekend or something. But if you got like a week or something like that, I would not suggest staying down in southern New Mexico for that long. You know, I would go up to Santa Fe and Albuquerque. All right, Maria. My Maria from Longmont, Colorado. What do we got here? All right. I don't think there's anything else in that envelope. Nope. Looks like we got a receipt. No, not even a receipt. Just a piece of paper, I guess. All right, what is this, people? I haven't looked yet. I haven't looked. I'm going to look at the same time with you folks. You people, or your pets, if they're watching. All right, yes. Boom, finally. So, in my whole life, I've never owned this card. Because I only come across it once or twice, and I probably didn't have the money or wasn't in great shape. You can clearly see the centering on this one isn't great. But, you know, it's got a little edge wear here, it looks like. But look at those corners, pretty nice. This one might have a little bit of a dingy corner. You know, these old cards, you know, who knows how they were cut. But that, my people, this card comes from 1978. And I've never had this card, and I've been meaning to get this card for my whole life, basically. And I just never think about it. It's going to go in the other binder. What could this be, honey? 1978. Card number 72. There's an important number, one of our numbers. This is the second year Andre Dawson. The other cool thing about this card, and I'm talking about tops, since there was no Flair or Dunross then, and I'm not talking about any oddball or regional stuff like that. This is the first Andre Dawson card where he's on a card by himself. Because if you know his rookie card, he shares the rookie card with 3 other players. So this is Andre Dawson's first solo card. And that's super cool. Let's give the wife a chance to look at it. Yeah, I've never had the second year card. I think I might have the 79. I know I got like the 80. But I guess when I was younger, I was always focused more on getting his rookie card. So I'd always just kind of not think about picking this one up. But that's a cool looking card. 1978 tops. Andre Dawson. Those are some nice backs, but you can even see the centering there. Up at the top's really thin. But this was just a few bucks. You know, they range in price. But people are asking $6, $7 even for some crap, like ones that are all dinged up or pretty bad. You know, like even some creases. People are asking like $5 or $6. This one was just a couple bucks. It was in pretty good shape. Those corners look really sharp. You know, maybe a little bit of chippiness there, but this isn't, you know, like I've said, I'm not a grader. I don't get cards graded. If I could find one of these, let's say it was a Jim Mint 10 or something, and it was like reasonable, then I would consider it, just because I'm an Andre Dawson guy. But this is more of a display card for me that presents pretty well. I know the centering's off, but You know, it looks pretty good on the top, and those corners look really good. And the back's really, I know that's not what you're really looking at on a card, but the back pops pretty good. It's an all-around really nice looking card. It's just got some centering problems. And since I've never had this card, I needed this card. See how there's just some gunk on there, so another crappy top loader. It's got a little bow to it, so that looks like pack fresh or out of a pack or something like that. Taking the smell test, folks. Smells like a card, not a lot of bubblegum smell to it, but maybe just a hint. Or that's Ebola from 60 years ago, or I guess, well, see, I went to school in Albuquerque. My math's not great. 1978 would be about 45 years ago. But nobody's going to watch this video for another 5 years or 15 years, so maybe I'm right. Now the centering on the back's pretty bad. Like, obviously it's thin over here and it's thin up here, but it really pops. It's nice. It doesn't have any issues with the back other than that centering. And yeah, so look at that. Let's see what he did in his first year. So this is 78 top. So in 76 he was called up for 24 games. So obviously he didn't have a card in 76. Yeah, he didn't have any home runs. Didn't have a great batting average, but he only was 85 at bats, so 20 hits. But they did call him up, and in 77, 139 games, 525 at bats, 64 runs, 148 hits, 26 doubles, 9 triples, which that's really good. 19 home runs for a rookie, RBI 65, 282 batting average, so that was pretty solid year. So he won Rookie of the Year for that. Keep in mind, if that doesn't sound super impressive to you, people who were leading the league in home runs were usually around 30, you know, mid to low 30s was probably a good year, especially in the National League back then. So the game's changed a lot. I mean, people weren't swinging for the fences like they do now, and the parks were a lot bigger. And so Andre belted a 2-run homer in the Expos' 7-run fourth inning as Montreal defeated Cincinnati 8-4 June 19th, 1977. So I was 5. Just turned 5. He went 4 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs. The Expos whitewashed the Cubs 5-0. The Cubs. June 30th, Andre added a stolen base. And that was the other thing about Andre Dawson. He had a ton of stolen bases, especially for an outfielder and a big guy. He was him and Willie Mays were like the first with Harvard, 300 home runs, 300 steals. And then he also entered that 400 home run, 300 steal club or whatever that one. I'd have to look into it a little more. So play ball, played by 2 ground out. So guess I was a game involved in this. And he's born July 10th, 1954, so he missed 1 day for being 7-11. Alright, so there we go. That's my first Andre Dawson. Second year cards, first solo card. So let's take a look at this here. I might have to get something else out, this white piece of paper, and see if that helps us. Taking a look or focusing. So you can see it's got a little edges showing, and it's not like dented or anything like that. It's just, maybe banged around a little bit in a box or but by no means is it like super pinched or creased or anything. And let's take a look at these corners. Yeah, I should get a different color. Let's try this brown one, this brown thing they sent me. Yeah, that'll be a little better. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, it's just got a little, slight little thing there, but look at how sharp this corner is. It's got that little lift thing there, but nothing too bad. That corner, I mean, look at the sharpness of that. 1978. And then the side, you know, that almost looks like peachy, you know, kind of the rough cut. You know, so who knows if that's just from the way the card was kept or if that's the way it was cut. This corner over here is the one that's got a little bend looking there, like a little, almost like a fingernail bend. You know, you guys who collect cards know about those. So that could be possibly humidified out. And then that corner super sharp. But otherwise, all those edges otherwise pretty decent. So we'll just have to pull another card out just to make sure there's no missize, you know, make sure it wasn't like a trim card or something like that. So we'll set that here. And do I have any regular size Rudy cards? What's your name? Regular size Rudy? Why do they call you that?
Just look at me.
Just look at me. Bob's Burgers, for those who don't know. Bob, the first time he meets Rudy Sebowitz, I think that's his real name, but everyone calls him regular size Rudy because there is a micro Rudy at the school. And then Bob's like, what's your name? And he goes, regular size Rudy. And Bob goes, why do they call you that? And he goes, just look at me. It's super funny. Alright, so we're going to compare this to this Onyx card that we picked up yesterday, the Spencer Horowitz autograph card. Now there you go, so very similar card stock. The Onyx is a little thicker, so I don't know if you could see that. Just slightly thicker. Feels a little more solid. And then they both got the old cardboard back. But, so let's go ahead and do this. So let's put these up. That's standard size card. And let's put these together, and I'm running my fingers across here, and I do not feel any sign of trimming. You know, I don't see anything like sticking out like that, you know what I mean? Where you would be like, oh, that card is thinner, or, you know, skinnier than the other card, where the bit of the other card is showing behind it. So right there, nothing, just feel that roughness there on that cut, you know. But the corners aren't off, the edges aren't off. So I would conclude that this card is not trimmed, so it's just bad centering. So, you know, sometimes this like will look thicker over here than it is down there, and you think, oh, is that somebody tried to trim that? Well, your easiest way of checking that out is just getting another standard size card. Obviously, we would like to have a 78 card to match it to, but they're all standard basically. You put them together and see if you have anything that sticks out that shouldn't from a card that you know hasn't been trimmed, because we pulled this right out of the Onyx box yesterday. So, and then you take it and put it over the top of it, you know, for both. Make sure that nothing feels wrong. All you guys that would probably watch this would probably know all that. So this card is not trimmed, so that's good. It's got wonderful corners. It's never going to grade high because of that centering, you know. And then this little edge stuff going on here and a few little dings. So unless those could be like put in a cigar humidifier or something like that, and it pulls up some of the little crease. Even if you were to get that, this card without any of this or these two catty corner, if this was in perfect shape otherwise, you would probably never get more than a 7, maybe an 8 if they were like, well, it's just off center. But I think it's not horrible. Like, it's not one of these ones where the off centering is all the way to here. So in perfect condition, maybe a 7.5, 8 in my estimation. I'm not a grader, but I've seen other people's graded cards. So nevertheless, this is, I believe this is good for a few different things. One, to present, because you could be like, look at these corners, and you know, this is gonna present well in like the binder. And you know, if anything ever happened to this card, no big deal. It's, you know, it's not priceless by any means. It's not a Gem Mint tin version of this. Obviously, I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. But anyway, so it's a good presenting card, so it would be good for show, like in the binder or just off, you know, on a shelf or something like that. But another good thing with this card would be is look at how white this whole card is. Just the simple design for this year. You got the rookie cup, and can you imagine, you know, you get Andre Dawson to sign that. So this would be like a good through the mail card, or having him sign in person, or something like, maybe if you could pick something like this up from Archive Signature Series, that'd be an excellent card to have signed, because he's got the white uniform, the light colored grass, the borders, the whole 9 yards, and the name's not in the way. You know, maybe if you get him to sign it like starting right around here. So that's a beautiful card. I'm really happy to have it, and that's why I carried on a little bit about it. So my second year Andre Dawson, glad to have that. I actually ordered one that was better centered than this, and 3 or 4 days later, the guy, it said, oh, your thing has been refunded. And the guy sent me a message that I read later in the day. Said, hey Robert, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I can't find this card. I don't know, maybe I'd sold it in the past, or I couldn't find it, so I just issued her your refund. So then, of course, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then you start to think, well, did that guy like say, this card's worth more than that? So I kind of kept my eyes peeled, you know, over the next week or so to make sure that card wasn't relisted, and I hadn't seen it. So then I was like, got sidetracked getting other stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, I still got to order this card, because I got it in my head that I need to get this card now. And there you go, there it is. So I'm the proud owner of this Andre Dawson card, and just wonderful corners on that card. Bright. Sorry, it's Andre Dawson. I'm going to carry on a little bit. Alright, so then we also got this Wilford Veras yesterday out of the Onyx. Spencer Horowitz. Since I was showing you those two, then when they got the Perlander Baroa and the Hayden Wodzinski. Now this had him as a Yankee, New York. I was looking up these cards today on my phone to see what they were worth. And he's a Cub now, so he's the Cubs guy. I was like, that name sounds familiar. He's now on the Cubs. And then we also got the Oscar Colas rookie card relic out of Flagship Update. The Corbin Carroll exclusive out of the silver packs from the Costco box. And a Ronald Acuna Jr. short print companion card to that full oversized Adley Rutschman base oversized card. Alright, so gently put these out of the way. I'm not going to re-sleeve it yet, since you guys are waiting so patiently. Once again, for watching. Alright, this one here, everybody, is another one from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So Minnesota. I was starting to open this, but then I thought, oh, it's got a thing, so maybe I could just rip it open for you people. But I could be wrong. So, why can I never find scissors? It's okay. Alright. Alright, folks, let's give this a try. On Engine Masters. This episode of Engine Masters, we're going to show you firsthand accounts of why you need a good first aid kit in your shop. So when you cut yourself, you can treat yourself long enough to get to the hospital. Why do people do this? I don't understand. And it's another Russian nesting doll package. Package within a package, so maybe this is a good card. Oh, this fish puppet looks like a kind of like a catfish. So what is that when they stick your hand in there and they pull it out and they do that fishing? I don't know, people. I don't know about me, and I don't know the answer to that. I'm getting a little loopy. I'm working too much. I'm at work too much. That's probably a better way to put it. All right, everybody, what do we got here? Haha! He tricked as much as I was. At least this one was already opened. I guess they just recycled this. So, at least they're giving it a shot. Hey, well, even they used some kind of packing tape on the big envelope. At least they used masking tape, painter's tape, whatever you want to call it on this bit here. So this card, oh, hey, thank you. Well, we'll see if I want to thank you back, if this all works out. Thanks for using packing tape or painter's tape on the inside. That's nice. We'll get to the reveal here of the note that this person sent me. So 70, oh, I thought it was 73. It's L. Like El Perro or El Dorado.
Or maybe it's initials.
Well, this person's name was Brett, and that's E-L, so I don't know. Guess it doesn't matter, unless they're reusing this from somebody who sent them something. I suppose that's something. Alright, you ready, people? Let's just tear the Band-Aid off and see what we got here. 3, 2, 1. It's upside down. Oh, yeah, look at that, people. This was another epic steal. Oh, yeah. People, you gotta hear this story. So look at this. So that's Andre Dawson, apparently. So if you've watched any of my recent videos, you know I'm a huge Allen and Ginter collector. I've been so excited for 2023 to come out. I was so I don't know if upset's the right word, just like Murphy's Law, that Allen and Ginter 2023 got pushed back like a month and a half. It's supposed to come out in the beginning of August, and then it got pushed back to the third week of September. And I was like, dang it. So I'm just having to wait for Allen and Ginter to come out. It comes out, and as you've seen in my videos, I've opened a lot of it. And I was like, okay, you know, and I'm just going based on the last few years in my mind. So we opened a lot of stuff, didn't get anything huge. I mean, we've got our share of autographs and one rip card, but for the most part, we didn't get any of the big hits. You know, I'm talking like no glossy 101s, no triple rip cards, no book card, no dinosaur DNA, kind of stuff I was hoping to pull this year, especially as much as we got. We've only pulled one no number card. No Brooklyn backs, nothing. Not a metal, not a wood, not anything other than your standard stuff. So then, of course, I started buying stuff that I didn't get. But nevertheless, in the previous years, Allen and Ginter X and like Chrome would come out like 4 or 5 months later, 2 or 3 months or some, you know, at least a month or more later. And then this year, Allen and Ginter X comes out like the third week after Allen and Ginter is released. And of course, I was taken by surprise, and by the time I knew about it, it's all sold out. Now, of course, people are selling it for more than double what you could get from Topps. So I'm like, well, so much for that, you know. And like I've said before, I normally tend to like just get from local card shop or something like that. I don't order from Topps. But I would have, but I didn't realize it was going to be out this soon. So I just recently ordered my full-size Allen and Ginter X Andre Dawson, this card here. That came in yesterday. And as you've seen earlier in the videos, I was able to win one of the rip card super short print Andre Dawson 2023, what is it, 370 super short print stained glass card. And so I got one of his stained glass cards. And then, like right after that, and I stole that one. I mean, I got that one for half to a third of what it should cost or what other people are charging. So that was my first felony, was stealing that card in an auction. And then I also had ordered, somebody was just selling the super short print base card, you know, the paper card, and I'd picked that up for relatively cheap. And then I came across the metal one of the super short print, and I got beat at my own game at the last second on a bid, so I missed out on the metal card. Then lo and behold, Allen and Ginter X comes out, and I'm like, crap, I can't even get anything out of that. And he's not part of the autograph set, so I can't even get an autograph X version of him. So the only card you can get for him is the full-size card, which I got yesterday, the mini-size card of this. Then I can get the short print 370 full-size card, because the full-size cards are short prints, but not the super short print. It's an image variation. And since Allen and Ginter X doesn't do rip cards, there is no 370 mini card in Allen and Ginter X. So there's 3 basic cards available. You can get the full-size version of this, the mini version of this, and then the full-size short print. Then other than that, so since there isn't a mini short print, the other 2 cards that are, and he's not an autograph, the other 2 cards available to get for Allen and Ginter X of Andre Dawson is the red mini, and then the gray or silver 101. And then the red mini, as you can see, is hand numbered 5 of 5. So there's only 5 red minis of Andre Dawson. So basically in the entire Allen and Ginter X set, there's base, the base mini, the full-size short print, 5 red cards, and 1 101. So aside from those 3 that I first talked about, there are only 6 other Andre Dawson cards in that entire set, since he's not an autograph. And boom, Bob's your uncle, I picked up one, and it's one of the bookends, 5 of 5. I got this for, like, the guy was like asking for a certain amount, and I was like, oh my god, that is such a good price for what he's asking. But he also said make an offer, and I was like, alright, I'll just make an offer. And I offered him like $8 less than what he was asking for, because I figured that would cover the shipping and tax. And immediately, like literally like 2 minutes later, it was approved. And this is like in the middle of the night, so I don't know if he already had it set to a certain price. If somebody offers him, he'd send it. Boom, this was like 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 nights ago, and look at this, I already got it. So there you go. Now I've got the stained glass Andre Dawson super short print. I've got a rip card regular super short print, and you know, I've got the filigrees, I got the hot boxes, I got the full size card, I got the minis, I got the ANG back, I got the gold border, the black border. Obviously, you know, I'd look for no number and a Brooklyn back. And until Chrome comes out, that's really it. You know what I mean? The only other ones that you could get would be the 101s. And we know how I feel about the 101s. It's basically impossible. Metal and wood, obviously, but same thing. Metal is like the one I lost, but nevertheless, that's a number, you know, those are only of 3. So yeah, there are some other ones that might be able to come across on the regular base Allen and Ginter. But as far as Allen and Ginter X goes, boom. I already ordered it. I already got his big card. I already ordered his short print full size card. And I already ordered the mini base Allen and Ginter X. So the only other ones I would have needed was this card and the 101. You know, I'll probably never get the 101. So there it is. I basically have everything out of Allen and Ginter X that you can get for Andre Dawson this year, unless I pull another miraculous steal and find a 101. Like I said, until Chrome comes out, then you got all the different color versions you can get. Magenta, blue, green, gold, orange, red, X-Fractor, Super Fractor, and then the mini versions of those same ones. So, you know, Chrome's a lot harder. And I don't even know if he would be one of the full-size autographs in that set either. But there, like, if he had an autograph in this one, then I would have needed that. But he's not. I checked the checklist. This card I paid for probably less than I even got the stained glass super short print for. Unbelievable. This person just, I don't know, they were either being really generous, didn't know what they had, or under some kind of spell or something like that. I don't understand. I mean, I got this literally for 30 something. Pick up a nobody red card out of Allen and Ginter X for $40 or less. It's going to be tough, or it's going to be somebody you don't know, or one of maybe the weirdo ones that nobody cares about. But that's Hall of Famer Andre Dawson, my PC guy, Allen and Ginter X, 5 of 5. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Yeah, so there's my long story long. this time on Engine Masters. The engine didn't blow up. I actually got a good deal. Won the race. And yeah. And this got here super quick. Wow, I'm blown away that, yeah, I'm just having a lot of luck this year in 2023. And it's a year that he's in the Cubs and there's multiple images of him. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Tell me if you're interested. Like, what do you think? You know, what if you're the Eddie Murray or Dave Winfield collector that's, you know, anyone else got similar stories or this kind of luck that I'm having if you watch my videos. So, hey, I guess I should wrap it up there. I've been going on a while, so I've got 2 Andre Dawsons. Playing days card, second card, Gold Cup, second year All-Star rookie. 1978 tops. Very well, a very good presenter card, great corners, off-centered, 5 of 5. Allen and Ginter X red mini. The Acropolis, showing the Parthenon there. 2023, The World of Wonders, Allen and Ginter. So an oddball that I like. And the Carlsbad Caverns from New Mexico, our home state. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with all that. And, yeah, that was a good eBay day for me once again. Really like that. So, Rob from Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, I'm going to sign out. I don't know if she's going to sign out.
No, I'll stay signed in.
Alright, she's going to stay signed in with y'all. But thanks for watching us on Old Style Classics Baseball
Cards.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh. Bye.